definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
According to you and yours, it is the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score, TSportsNetwork.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Jeff in for Rob today, who will be in for Clint. So if you are desperately trying to hear Rob Bro's thoughts on something, he'll be on Tech Talk today on Double T 97.3 at 3 o'clock. Sitting alongside David Collier, who is back on a Wednesday, and Lucas White across the way, sliding slides, pushing buttons for us on the program. Get your thoughts in on the Yates Learning Center chat line, TSportsNetwork.com, or the 100.7 The Score mobile app, or you can give Lucas a call, 806-771-0973. Apparently, I have to ask this question now, David.
Oh, boy.
Keep in mind, not my question, but
Is it Bobby Hot Dogs?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I feel like if I don't ask this question, someone else will, and then we'll all be tortured later, so we just get it out of the way now. Do you now, or have you ever had an imaginary girlfriend?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Me either. Lucas, are we at 3 for 3 on this? No imaginary girlfriends?
We are at 3 for 3.
All right.
Okay. Listen, man. I'm normally the guy that likes to come in. We talk sports because that's what we do here.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get off the rails and we can get sidetracked on things, and some of that's the fun of when we get sidetracked of where the track goes. The power hour got me today, man. I was the two hands in my face, just face palming galore during the power hour today. So I'm a little off, and I apologize ahead of time.
I got here to the station during the shoddy versus shoddy conversation. So
yeah,
I think
it didn't go up.
It went
from
down.
there.
I was about to say it went downhill from there.
Didn't go up. The whole hour was really that way, and there's a part of me right now that's kind of dealing with that, and I think that's where this next conversation comes from, because I need some help. Do you watch a lot of YouTube? Like just the random YouTube generates content for you. Hey, you might like this video kind of thing.
Yeah.
Lucas, are you pro YouTube, medium YouTube?
Major YouTube.
That's where 80% of my entertainment's coming from right now until we get into football season, for sure. Like actual games watching. And a lot of times it works out great. Like, give YouTube some credit that, hey, if you like this video, you'll probably like this video. They do a really good job. And every now and then I'll get a random movie pop up. Like for like a month it was The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. It was popping up all the time. I enjoy that movie. I have seen that movie.
Betty White.
And To the Windows to the Wall, the best scene in the history of cinema. Okay, maybe not best scene, but it was really, really good.
It was high up there, yeah.
These are all funny scenes. There have been other movies that have popped up that all of the stuff from Project Hail Mary has been fun to go back and rewatch after watching the movie. I've seen all of these movies, though. It's been on a kick lately, and I don't know why, of suggesting Twilight movies to me. I've never seen Twilight. I've never searched for Twilight. I've never looked for or wanted to see Twilight. But it's just, somewhere in my algorithm, I've never searched for vampires or werewolves or whatever else is in there.
Maybe it has to do with somebody that's in the movie that you watched in something else.
The only one I can identify is... he played Batman later.
Robert Pattinson.
That I can't even remember. I don't even know his name.
Yeah.
But I haven't
You
searched
didn't watch
for that
the
movie
Batman?
either. I watched that movie.
The Batman movie?
But I haven't watched any clips from that on YouTube.
Okay.
So I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know why it's coming from. I would just like it to stop.
Did you watch it? Because there's another one coming out, right? Isn't there another Batman?
God, there's another one coming out?
I think there's, yeah.
Oh, God. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe you saw some
pushing that to everybody, but I didn't watch that. I also used to love watching YouTube trailers for movies Because I'm like, yes, these are the one of my favorite things of going to the movies was seeing the trailers that were coming. Like, I was in my seat for the trailers.
Yeah.
And then you get burned by one fake trailer on YouTube, and then I can't watch any of them anymore. Like, none of these movies actually exist anymore. So I can't enjoy any. I can't get excited about a Back to the Future remake because it's all fake.
Yeah. I wouldn't want a Back to the Future remake. Don't even, you talk that into existence and we're going to get it. Don't do that.
Or pick up where they left off in a new version.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, we're past 2015 now.
Yeah.
And we're way past 1985 and 1955. These are the things that we have to realize now.
I saw some post somewhere, one of those "Hey, you're old" posts about that, and I think they basically said if you remade that now, like it said the year that high school would be, and I didn't like the answer
because you were out of college at that point.
I think so. Yeah. I was like, this is sickening. But then again, we get reminded of that on a regular basis with all of these football players that we watch their parents in college, like Des Bryant.
There is, a lot of truth to that. A lot. Getting old is better than the alternative, but yeah. I'm also though not like wishing there was a conversation earlier today of trying to complaining that the team was moving the practice to earlier today so they weren't in the heat of the day. It's 100 degrees outside today.
104 is what the high is.
Yeah. One I saw was predicted 100. That's hot, and I want these guys to get good practice in, and we spent all this money on a giant practice facility. I want them to use it. I don't want them to be tortured like we were.
Yeah.
I want them to be better. But apparently wanting them to be tortured is a thing, too. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Just let them get some work in. And it's not like it's cold out there right now.
No.
And when they're done at the end of, it'll be around noon. It's still going to be pretty hot.
It'll be like 85 or so. Yeah, it's going to be warm enough. Off the Yates Flooring Center Chatline. YouTube is good. I just can't stand all the constant ads. I can't only because I'm not paying for it. Like, I accept that ads are part of a free service. There's commercials here. That's how we pay. That's why you don't get a bill listening to us. We spend a few minutes talking about some really great advertisers that you should look into if you're looking for said products.
What I don't like is I during the summer I watch a trivia show, and at the beginning of it I get an ad every 15 minutes of the show. If I try to watch and binge watch like 6 of them in a row,
you get one every question.
Yes. And it that drives me insane. I can handle it every 15 minutes, but if it's like watching like Edge of Tomorrow on TBS or something like that, and it like literally every 3 minutes there's a commercial, and this movie should be an hour and 45 minutes, and it takes 4 hours to show on television.
Yeah. There's some of that it's a lot annoying. The one that really bothers me, like, I've done this with 2 different companies now. I don't want your product. I don't want to watch your commercials. I'm okay sending me different commercials. There's 2 products. Both of them involve a pill that I got inundated with.
Yeah.
And, change the commercial. But I guess there's some truth to all that.
Yeah.
Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is the End of the Bench. 100.7 The Score, TSportsNetwork.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Jeff in for Rob, sitting alongside David Collier. Lucas White across the way, sliding slides, pushing buttons for us on the program. Before we check the calendar, this thought off the Yates Flooring Center chat line. It just came in, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt of reading this. I like the Big 12 Championship game simply because it's so much easier for people from Lubbock to get there, and that's it for them to get to it than it is to get to Atlanta or Miami, somewhere like that. Plus, there's a good chance that you'll have home field advantage in that game no matter who's playing because of the alumni base in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If you told me that we would get the Cotton Bowl every year in the college football playoff, then I would say then I would say get rid of the CCG. Get rid of. It's supposed to be get rid of, not ride. That's thumbs. I get it, man.
No, and I agree with that part. I totally understand it's an easy trip to the Big 12 championship game. Now, if the Big 12 championship game was moved to Vegas, that might change. That would probably definitely.
I would be so much more in favor of moving it to Kansas City. Like if
you need something indoors.
Sure. But if they had decided that they're going to rotate Big 12 championship game between Dallas and Kansas City and rotate the Big 12 tournaments between Kansas and DFW, like if they did that kind of thing, I would totally be okay with it. And I know that puts a problem on the West Coast guys having to come to the Central Time Zone all of a sudden instead of doing like Arizona or something. I'm sorry you joined a conference that is centralized in the Central Time Zone.
Yeah.
It's just as hard for West Virginia to come to Dallas and to Kansas City. But this way, everybody comes to the middle. I'm sorry, this is a Central Time Zone conference. I'm now getting off of my high horse. I will now pitch to the calendar. The calendar. All right.
Your daily look at what's happening in the world of sports, birthdays, and holidays. Let's check the calendar.
It's not entirely fair of me there. Lucas is training, and, he needs to be doing what he's doing. It is National Potato Day. Oh, wait, I don't do the food. Somebody else does the food. No, I do the food.
Yeah, you do the food.
They're showing a loaded baked potato here.
Mm-hmm.
It looks delicious. I mean, it's got all the things. It's got the bacon and the cheese and the sour cream and the chives and it's butter and delicious. I may or may not be getting hungry, but it is delicious.
Sounds like somebody that hasn't had their lunch today.
There's some of that as well, but I wouldn't have lunch by now anyway. But that looks delicious. I'm a big fan of a loaded baked potato.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the potato. So
I was about to say in all forms.
Not a big fan of scalloped potatoes.
Really?
No, I don't like scalloped potatoes. I don't know why. They're just weird. It's the only one I don't like. Fries, any shaper, any fried version of it, I'm in. Tater tot is the best. The baked potato, twice baked potato, mashed potato, potato cakes.
Potato cakes.
All of those are good.
Yep.
Just scalloped potatoes, not a fan. I don't know why. I'm not going to geek out too much on this because I could. It is National Aviation Week starting today. I don't know why it's starting today, but just real quick, top 5. F-14 Tomcat. We're talking fighters here, by the way. If we're getting into reconnaissance and other aircraft, we have to expand this list significantly. Top 5 fighter aircraft: F-14 Tomcat, F-22 Raptor. Number 3 would be the P-51 Mustang. Number 4 would be the F-4U Corsair from the Pacific Theater in World War II. And number 5 would probably be the F-16 Viper. There's my top 5. Again,
I can't give you 5.
No, you are not as geeked out as about aviation as I am, and I only gave 5 because people probably only wanted to know none of them. What else is today? Afghanistan Independence Day. Okay, good for them. You rock on, you. National Photograph Day. So, do we listen to Van Halen?
Sure.
Nickelback.
Nickelback too. Yeah.
Ooh, that's another one. Yeah, look at this photograph. Yeah. National Soft Ice Cream Day. Well, I thought that was yesterday. No, it is today. Yeah, soft ice cream today, and it's also Hot and Spicy Food Day. So there's your food. There's your stuff. Never mind. We'll do that later. What do you got, Lucas?
Birthdays today. We have Kirk Cousins.
I'm used to doing it all. I'm sorry.
Turning 38 years old. Bucky Irving turning 24. J.J. Hardy turning 44. Bucky is turning 24. Kendall Marshall turning 35. Lon Kruger turning 74 years old.
Lon.
Yeah.
Chuck's favorite, Lon Kruger, I think. The Kansas State guy.
So many.
And then John Stamos turning 63.
Looks 35.
Christina Perry turning 40. And a celebrity that would have had a birthday today, but is no longer with us, Matthew Perry.
That one hurts a little.
On this day in 1921, gentlemen,
Uh-huh.
Ty Cobb is the fourth and youngest player to reach 3,000 career hits. He did it against the Boston Red Sox.
Is he still the youngest?
I know. I hate this website I go to.
No,
I'm sure
but
it's the same.
A lot of the times it is accurate.
As you look that up.
I'm
I'll
looking it up,
continue.
yeah. Nope, still Ty Cobb.
Oh,
34 years, 243 days old. The next youngest to reach 3,000 hits. Yes, I would like. Would you like? Yes, I would. Click and do a thing, and it didn't.
I will say this. If Ichiro started his career here, he would have beaten that.
Oh, sure.
On this day in 1951, Bill Veach of the St. Louis Browns sends Eddie, I'm going to say Goodell, the 3'7" little person, as it's listed on this website, to pinch hit. He walked in 4 pitches.
Quick 30. The next youngest to get 3,000,
Okay.
Hank Aaron, then followed by Robin Yount and Derek Jeter is
Boy,
fourth.
Don't tell Jamie that.
Only 33 players in Major League Baseball history have joined the exclusive 3,000 hit club. So, wow. Learned something new today.
Yeah, maybe Derek Jeter's better than I thought he was. On this day in 1995, Mike Tyson returns to the ring after serving 3 years in prison and defeating Peter McNeely by disqualification in 89 seconds. And in 2020, Krista Gerlich formally introduced as the 8th head coach of Lady Raider basketball.
Nice.
Movies on this day. I just go through these randomly now. 2005, 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Underrated movie. Like, there's a lot of people that think it's, like, excellent.
Yeah.
But overall, I feel like that's an underrated movie.
It's been a while since I've watched it, but if it's on, I'll sit and watch a few minutes of it.
Yeah.
2016, War Dogs. You ever seen War Dogs with Miles Teller and Jonah Hill?
Yes. Ooh, that's a movie.
That's a pretty solid movie.
It's a heavier movie.
Yeah.
Definitely than 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Without a doubt. Okay, let's see. We're bouncing around in time here. 2 movies in 2011, both remakes, Fright Night and Conan the Barbarian. Didn't see either one of those.
Couldn't tell you that either one of them got remade either, so there's that.
Enter the Dragon, 1973.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Mom, 1983.
The movie that everyone was worried Michael Keaton couldn't play Batman.
Yeah.
Because it was Mr. Mom playing Batman. Like, that was the joke.
Yeah.
And that was the running. And that's why when, what's his face from Twilight that I can't remember?
Robert Pattinson?
Yeah. When everyone's all worried about him, it's like, guys, Michael Keaton did fine and he was Mr. Mom. I'm sure he will do fine. And he did, by the way, in Batman. But I can't remember his name because he only ever did the one. And I haven't seen Twilight movies.
I have seen the Twilight movies.
Stop showing up on my YouTube search.
Bobby Hot Dogs was insinuating that I'm a fan of Twilight movies. Sometimes you have to watch movies that you don't necessarily want to watch, Bobby Hot Dogs, because other people in the household like them. On this day in 2002, Swim Fan. Did you ever see Swim Fan?
I did not.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. We'll keep moving on. Ben-Hur in 2016, another remake.
The remake of Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I haven't seen the remake.
I haven't either.
I've seen the original. That's a long movie.
Yes.
That movie needed an intermission.
Maybe it had one back in the day. And on this day in 2018, the last Sharknado, It's About Time.
All of the Sharknadoes were equally as good. Because they were all equally as bad.
I think I made it through 2.
Well, yeah.
And that was about it.
But that was the point of Sharknado. They were all bad.
Yeah.
It is the end of the bench at 100.7 The Score.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is the end of the bench. DoubleTSportsNetwork.com, 100.7 The Score, and 100.7 The Score mobile app. Jeff in for Rob today, sitting alongside David. Lucas across the way, sliding slides on the program as he always does. This off the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Yeah, the AL Central is better. Did I say anything about the AL Central? No, they're just as garbage. But it's also a 4-game race there as opposed to a 1-game race. And normally on a 1-game race, I'm super excited. It's like a 1-run ball game as opposed to a 5 or 6 run lead. I'm not as excited about those games. I'll also say that 65 and 60 would be 6 games up in the AL West, as opposed to 4 games up. But c'est la vie. Or I guess 5 games up. But no, I'm not saying it's any better. I'm saying that's also part of the reason why it sucks. This off the 8 Center chat line. We should probably tell them this answer. Why is there a chat about vampires? Is this team a bloodsucker now? No. My YouTube feed has been inundated with Twilight stuff, and I'm needing it to go away. And I don't understand how it got there. I haven't, nor do I plan on watching any of the Twilight. Apparently there's a new one. Didn't even know there's a new one coming out until like today. Lucas told me. So that's how it started. Texas Tech football is just 2.5 weeks away from the season opener against Abilene Christian. Other than a win, David Collier, what are you looking for in that game against Abilene Christian?
Probably some of the stuff you guys talked about on the morning drive that you don't want to bring up. LaDamian Guyton playing.
That's good.
I mean, I
bring that up.
I genuinely want to see him, and it's probably more of, the clearly obvious thing, Will Hammond starting and looking healthy. Yes, and leaving extremely early in that football game, right? Getting him enough reps to, say, hey, he's playing football, but we're up 21-0 right now after a quarter.
Yes.
So the rest of the game will be in the hands of Kirk Francis to get him some reps if he's needed in the future, and the other people. Like, that's an opportunity for all of the quarterbacks to play. I would like to see Holden Phillips play in that game as a friendship tiger. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I mean, just go all the way down the depth chart, see all of those guys. But, yeah, I would like to see what LaDamian Guyton is going to do. And I know you can't really base everything off of that first game, but to get all of those new faces, as many reps as possible, I'd like to see a kick return maybe by somebody. I know that's...
Or a kick return or a punt return?
Well,
I think I'd like to see a punt return more than a kick return.
Well, they got to kick it off one time.
Well, no, with the kick return, we've seen a kick return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
It feels like your punt returns have been snake bit.
How about a special teams return?
Okay, that works.
In general, you can even block a field goal attempt. I don't really want a field goal attempt in this game, but
they can try.
Yeah,
they're allowed to try. They can try from their own 20. I'm gonna let them do it that way. It's fine by me. Who am I to judge?
And then obviously, I mean, I don't know. You guys talked about this actually on the morning drive a couple of days ago. They might actually be potentially the best team that you see in the non-conference. So maybe you do want to see what the defensive line, the new look defensive line, looks like against them. I'm not sold on Oregon State, even if you're making a road trip. Sam Houston,
Yeah, no, I think they are better than Sam Houston. I'm just not ready to say that Abilene Christian is heads and tails above Oregon State yet.
Yeah,
we may after the first 2 games be like, wow, Abilene Christian gave us the better game. Like, I'm fully prepared that may happen. I'm not ready to say it until it actually happens. With regards to who your best team in the non-conference is, I'm not excited about Oregon State. Don't think I'm saying something otherwise, but it's maybe I'm just not ready to see a former Power 5 conference member just fall off that much. And I'll wear that if that's what the case may be.
Well, I just go back to last year and how much of a game that wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. One thing that I'm kind of really looking forward to in this game specifically, Micah Hudson's your starting outside wide receiver. I want him to be a factor in this game. I want him to be the player we thought he was going to be 2 years ago. I want to have it when he is out there to make it look like it's not just, hey, run deep and we're going to throw it to you, like it felt like his freshman year. Yeah. That's how it felt his freshman year. And it just go and we'll figure it out. Like, have him be part of the offense, have him doing some different things, utilizing what he can bring to the football team.
Well, and I think you'll see that for 2 different reasons, right? One, not that it's the game plan, but at the same time, I think the coaching staff knows the benefits of getting that out of the way, right? Because if you don't, not necessarily try to feed him, but if you don't look his way in the first game and he doesn't have blank amount of catches and however much time that he plays, then you're going to get that in week 2, right? Mm-hmm. Where's Micah Hudson? You're going to get that constantly. The other reason is because of who's going to be throwing him the football. I mean, their relationship with him and Will Hammond coming in together, and Will, when we had a chance to sit down with him a few weeks ago before media day, saying as much. Look, I think he said one of the availabilities, I'm about to post something on Instagram of the first picture of the two of us at Texas Tech with a picture that, where we just took, and then and now, and
the differences that both of those two have gone through since they got here. Sure.
Yeah, and I think that connection is going to be very much, and hopefully better, but very much like Baron Morton and Coy Aiken, 2 roommates, 2 buddies, and there's always somebody that a quarterback's more comfortable with than the rest of them. I mean, we've had that here year in and year out, and I think that Micah is going to benefit from that. And I think if you don't see him getting the ball in the first game, I don't want to say it's concerning, but I think that's going to be part of the plan, is to try to get Micah Hudson in to as many situations where he can catch the football and kind of get in a rhythm of, hey, we want you to be our number 1 guy or number 2 guy.
The other thing I kind of want to see is how you're going to divvy up the carries for your running backs. Assuming health, which is where we're at right now, is that everybody's healthy. This is going to be interesting to see how that's split up. Who's your lead back? Is it Cam Dickey? Is it Quentin Joyner? Is it 7 carries for one and 6 carries for the other? Is it 13 carries for one and 4 carries for the other? Is it Cam Dickey takes the first series and Joyner takes the second series, and then we don't see either one of them again because at that point you've taken care of business and you've got a 21-point lead because the defense scored, and then it's all your third string back at that point? How that is going to be decided going forward, I have some interest in seeing.
Well, you're going to see 2 of them in the backfield quite a bit, I would imagine. So
they're but how he gets divvied.
Yeah, I know.
And the third thing that I'm really interested in seeing, and I know it's not a great test against Abilene Christian, I felt like the red zone last year was a red light. You'd get into it and you stopped. Can you utilize your tight ends more? Can you affect the running game like with these 3 guys and move the ball in the red zone? Can you continue to have your offense be successful inside of the 20 to a better tick than you were last year? It was so frustrating. Yes, you scored a ton of points last year. Top 5 offense in college football last year.
Yeah.
You don't get that without scoring a lot of points. But how many points did you leave on the field because you had to settle for field goals when you were driving to get to the 20? And then you hit the 20 and it's like, okay, we're good. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You didn't need it, but I would be worried maybe this year, and the defense could be just as good, right? There's got to be, you would imagine. I know. Well, I know. I know.
We're hearing that a lot. Ain't no way.
The drop-off, there has to be some form of drop-off, and that might be an issue whenever you talk about not converting in the red zone, because you might not have as many opportunities in the red zone. Because
you got a bunch of short fields last year.
I'm not going to say that your defense isn't going to force a lot of turnovers again this year, but that was a lot of turnovers
last year. You could be 4 points worse per game, as we discussed many times on this radio station. You could be 4 points worse per game and still be an elite level defense.
Yes.
It is. The end of the bench. 100.7, the score.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
End of the bench, 100.7 The Score, Double T, sportsnetwork.com, 100.7 The Score, mobile app. Jeff, in for our good buddy Rob, who's going to be in for, by the way, Clint Scott today. He's not like vanished and pulled a Choice Woodman taking every day off. He's covering for Clint. Clint is off today, and Clint is dealing with stuff. I don't know what he's dealing with, but he's dealing with stuff, so it's fine. David Collier here, so is Lucas White. hanging out with you. A little peek behind the curtain. I ask every co-host that I am doing a show with if there's something they want to get into. I've asked David every time that we've done a show together, anything burning a hole in your pocket you want to get to, because I am the guest host, and I would be remiss if I did not offer the co-host an opportunity to talk about something he may get a chance to normally talk about, something he's interested in talking about, and I'm interested in what you're interested in talking about. 99 times out of 100, the answer from everybody is, no, whatever you want to get to is fine.
Yeah.
And
That's
I have
why
no
we sit over here.
Right. And there's no issue with that. But every now and then, hey, I really want to get into XYZ. Perfect. We'll get into XYZ and let you roll. That happened during the show today. You said there's a thing.
Well, it's not done. Let's not build it up too much. It's more of
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what this thing is. I'm kind of excited for it.
No, you're not going to be that excited. Well, you talked about watch lists earlier. Today is the Biletnikoff.
Oh,
there's only been one. I'm pretty sure there's only been one award watch list that has not had a Texas Tech player on it. That being the Ray guy. You do not have a punter up for the award. Will Carroll, maybe they'll get there. Hopefully not.
No, I never want to see him on the field.
We hope if his parents show up from Australia, he gets to punt in front of them.
Right.
But that's the extent that we want. Nothing against Will.
No, Will's a great guy.
So,
if it weren't illegal, actually, it might not be illegal anymore.
So, yes or no?
Could I buy Will a burger? Could I do that?
I would imagine.
I think I could.
He could probably buy you one.
He could probably buy me the restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
Together.
Yes or no? Is there a Red Raider on the Biletnikoff Award watch list?
Going to the top wide receiver? Yes. Are there two? Is my question.
No.
Okay. There one?
Now I want you to tell me which Red Raider is on the Biletnikoff Award watch list. You guys can chime in over there. Roger, right? Roger or Lucas, unless you've already looked on Twitter, then you're just qualified.
I haven't looked. I am pulling up the Texas Tech roster because I want to look at something.
There's so much depth, but there's so much unknown.
Right. And do we go? Do you list somebody as a wide receiver? Or is he listed as a tight end, or is he a tight end? Is he on both of those? Like, that's kind of where my head's at right now. I am going to go.
The Biletnikoff Award annually recognizes college football's outstanding FBS receiver.
Right, which could go either direction for wide receiver or tight end. Who am I going to put? You do have one on the list.
There is one, yes.
Only
one.
Going to say it's
Micah
Terrance
Hudson.
Carter.
Micah Hudson certainly has not had enough.
Hasn't had enough. Terrance Carter.
See, I thought you would go Kenny Johnson. I thought you would list off 5 wide receivers.
No, I thought I'm
before you went to the tight end position.
I'm like,
you know why I say that?
Like, because he's not a tight. Because he's not a receiver. Like, he is a receiver, but it's.
There are only 2 tight ends on this watch list.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's surprising.
Jamari Johnson from Oregon and Terrance Carter. Which I always think of it, just like most people, as a wide receiver thing. And
right.
On the press release from Texas Tech, any player, regardless of position, wide receiver, tight end, slot back, or running back, who catches a pass is eligible for the award. So technically, what we've heard about Jacoby Williams, he could be up for the Biletnikoff this year. The Biletnikoff this year as well, by the end of the season. I didn't know if anybody, when I was thinking about this, because the way but when I produce my shows during the week, I don't like watch lists. I like that it provides a vehicle to a soundbite in my shows.
Yes.
I mean, I understand the process, and, I would love to be on watch lists. But whenever I talk about Cam Dickey, hey, he's on the third watch list. This is what
somebody had to say about Cam Dickey, or Cam Dickey saying about somebody else. So there's a pitch to it.
Yeah, so I worked my whole way through this, and then I got to the Biletnikoff when I was working out. I was like, I don't know that there's going to be an option at receiver for this. I did not expect it to be a tight end. So I thought that there was a potential. And technically, there are no receivers, wide receivers, positional.
Right.
wise on the list. So I was correct in my thinking, just because there's not one individual standing out at the receiver position.
I am on record as saying that I don't care about any of these with regards to the actual preseason watch list.
Yeah.
I am much more interested when we get further down the line.
And you win them, yes.
Well, exponentially more than when you win them. But like halfway through the season is when they start making their cuts.
Yeah.
You know, the mid-season watch list. That's when I'm like, okay, what are our chances actually to win this? Because for a while, and I don't know that this is true, but for a while I felt like teams could submit, hey, this is going to be our number one receiver this year. Put him on your watch list. Like, that's kind of how it felt. Like, it felt like every team.
Yeah, it was like a favor type deal.
Well, and that's not what happens. Like, these are committees doing things, and they're putting stuff together, and they're making decisions. But that's how it felt. And you'd be on some watch lists in preseason, and you're like, there's no way a Tech offensive lineman is going to win the offensive lineman award. Because I've seen how bad they are. It's nice they're on the watch list, but this is the last time they get mentioned. I also, the only award at the end of the year I really want to hoist is the national championship.
Yeah.
And then before that, the Big 12 championship trophy.
Yeah.
Other than that, they're all fine and dandy and fine. But I'm not like, you've won some awards in history. You've won some Doak Walker awards. Mm-hmm. You've won the Biletnikoff award a couple of times.
Yep. Same
guy that did it twice, and really great receiver. I'm much more interested in the team success than the individual success.
Oh, I know, but I think in this instance, yes, I will agree with you. A lot of names, there are maybe way too many names on the list to start, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some that probably shouldn't be on there. But at the same time, in years past, you've seen like 4 people on watch list, period, during the preseason for Texas Tech. So I think it's somewhat an indicator of not necessarily the success you're going to have, but how people feel about your roster. You know, it might not be expressed in the polls as being a top 10 team or something like that, but if you have a player on every single watch list, and in some instances 2, 3, and you're in the double digits of players on preseason watch lists on your roster.
That shows you how deep your roster is.
Yeah, that shows how deep you are, and there's only probably a handful of schools in the country that have the amount of people on so many different lists. So I think it's at least an indicator of your potential more so, right? I mean, if you have one guy on a watch list during the entire preseason and maybe he's on 2 different ones, you know you've got one good player.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got 10 guys, I mean,
on 10 different lists and at all of these different positions, there's a reason that a lot of us are picking Texas Tech to go 12-0 this year.
Yeah, so I do like it in that sense, and maybe it means a little bit more than a poll, and I think they have tightened up the list a little bit more than
it does feel like
past.
it, and maybe that's just because we're on them, and then we can say that they're a tightened up list. Like, I'm not willing to.
That's a legitimate list, right there.
Yeah, and it's the.
They got it all right. That's how it happens. So you don't care about the stuff until your guys are part of it, right?
Yeah, and it's nice. Like, it's nice to be part of it. Don't get me wrong. And I'd rather be on the list than not on the list. But I'm also not losing sleep that you don't have other people on this preseason watch list.
No, I was just wondering if they would give it to another wide receiver. Because Collier can.
Yeah.
I
was debating between Aiken and TC. I was like,
I just didn't think you would go tight end at all. I just figured you would go straight wide receiver. And look at you. You got it in the first guess.
I know. Aren't I special? I'm so happy.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is the End of the Bench on 100.7 The Score, DoubleTSportsNetwork.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Jeff in for Rob today, sitting alongside David Collier, Lucas White across the way, sliding slides, pushing buttons for us on the program. It's time for Ask the Benchwarmers. Get your questions in now. No question will be ignored. Answer might be no, though, so keep that in mind. Benchwarmers, what show did you miss out on that you're trying to catch up on?
I've caught up on movies the last little bit. Like I'm trying to catch up on like the Marvel stuff. What did I watch?
That's a lot of homework.
Well, there's only a handful of them that I've missed. What I watched Fantastic Four over the weekend.
Oh, okay.
And
Was it good?
It was okay.
And I asked this because they completely killed the last 300 instances of it. So I kind of like waved it off.
Yeah, all of the other ones have been bad. This one was okay. I mean, I'm sure they'll work it into, I know they're going to work it into. And yeah, I liked it. I mean, some of the characters weren't like whoever the human flame, whatever. I don't even know the names of the people. Mm-hmm. He was much more entertaining in Stranger Things, I thought. But it was okay. And I wanted to watch the Thunderbolts movie instead. Mm-hmm. But I was like, yeah, I'll watch that one too. That one seems to be a little more my speed. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I started watching, what's the, my brain just went blank. The Ryan Reynolds DC movie. Green Lantern.
Oh, Green Lantern.
I didn't watch that, but there's a TV show on HBO or Showtime or something now. It's a series.
Okay.
For that, it just started this past week, and it has the Friday Night Lights coach as.
Okay.
What is his name?
Green Lantern.
His real name.
Oh,
something Jordan, Gil Jordan, or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Been too long since I've actually seen.
But the Friday Night Lights coach is him. And I guess this other guy that's there is working with him to eventually replace him as the.
Cool. Lucas, anything you're trying to catch up on?
No, most of the shows that my wife and I watch are on a summer hiatus.
So you're all caught up.
Yeah, we're waiting.
This guy being on top of things.
We're waiting on the fall for most of our shows to come back on TV, so we can start watching the newest season, I guess. So definitely one we're looking forward to is Landman. So big fan of that show.
Landman's my actually answer to this question. Somehow I missed it. I don't know how.
Really?
I missed the beginning of it. I'm almost completely caught up. I don't know how I missed it. I don't know. Like, it is so right up my alley of things I would enjoy. I saw a clip for it and I went, where has this show been? It's on season 2? And so there was some of that had to get fixed. Start bench cut. Dylan Cantrell, Coy Aiken, or Jack Francis? And Jack Francis.
Yeah. I'm going to go Dylan Cantrell, Coy Aiken, Jack Francis.
Same order for me.
It's hard not to.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, you could certainly go Coy as your starter. No? Hal Jordan. There we go. Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
B.
there we go. Let's see here. Who would you least like to get in your face post Toppin injection? McCaslin, Wood, or Bobby Knight? For physical confrontation.
Where is this one again? Who are the people? Oh, there we go. I found it.
McCaslin, Wood, Knight. I would be most scared of Shield Wood.
So somebody that's never had Bob Knight yell at him.
Right? No, with Bob Knight, he may take a swing at me. I think Shield Wood could kill me.
Jeff, you do not realize how big a man Bob Knight was.
I know how big he was. He was a big. I also saw him a lot older.
Yeah.
I don't think he could kill me at that age.
He could stuff you in a trash can.
He could stuff me in a trash can, but I wouldn't be dead. I think Shield Wood could, in fact, kill me if he wanted to. I don't think he does. I hope he doesn't.
He would be number 2 on the list. He's trying to get a head coaching job. He's going to be a lot nicer to you whenever he beats you up. He's just going to slap you around a little bit. He's trying to get a head coaching job after this, so he doesn't want to do any. Bob Knight, number 1 on that list. Shield Wood, number 2. His resident Aggie says Grant would be yelling at most. He would be yelling at me face to face.
Right, but it's still there. I think I could handle. I mean, I wouldn't enjoy it. It wouldn't be something I would sign up for and say, "Hey, let me do this today." But McCaslin's third on that list. He'd also, like, he does the, once the call, like, he's yelling at you, and then he turns away going, can you believe this is, like, there's that release moment of the, you know, what can you believe this call? What on earth are you possibly thinking turned away from you?
Yeah.
You would get no relief from the other two. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
For each of you, who is your favorite person to host a show with? Who is your least favorite to host a show with?
We're not answering those questions.
I'll answer this question, sure. What time of year is it? Because if it's baseball season, there's nobody in this building that is easier to do a show with than Jamie Lynn.
Yeah, I can.
And that's, if it is straight up just baseball season, you can ask one question to Jamie.
Oh, and he can just.
And it's so it can be a softball question, and you are just getting gobs of information from.
Yeah,
absolutely the easiest person. Not to say that it's hard to do a show with Jamie during basketball or football season, but if it is baseball season, there's absolutely nobody easier to do a show with than Jamie Lynn. Hardest person to do a show with, doesn't work here anymore.
There's a lot of people that don't work here.
Well, no.
But you don't have to answer it. I'm just saying.
Doing a show, I did a show with this guy. If we were talking about a subject that was important, but he didn't care about it, you could not get him to talk about it at all. And it was excruciating getting that person to talk about something that he was completely uninterested in. Like, there are people, like, there's stuff that we talk about that we're not really interested in.
Yeah.
But we need to talk about it. We need to go through it and discuss it and have an opinion on it. You could not get an opinion out of this guy at all. He was the hardest person. And if you know who it is, you already know who I'm talking about. So there's the answer to that list, the question. Bob Knight is dead now and could still kill you today. I don't think he could. He maybe want me to think I'm dead. He could stuff me into a trash can. I don't think I'd be dead.
Yeah.
I think Shieldwood could physically kill me.
Again, he's looking for a head coaching job.
It doesn't mean he would kill me. I think he could physically kill me. It's a little different.
I would say the hardest one to do a show with for me is Jamie Lent, because he refuses to do a show with me. So,
well, you're both twos.
I know.
You don't put you
part of the
one
bet.
and a two.
He told me that I could work here, but as long as I didn't have to do a show with him. And I was like, okay, good with me.
I don't think that was the whole conversation.
No, that was none of the conversation, but it's part of the bit.
It's part of the bit. Let's see what else have we got here. From Resident Aggie talking about Clint, I heard much like the scene from Something About Mary Viking had a zipper issue. I don't know what. Listen, Clint came in the other day. Completely changed man.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into a great deal about it. It was completely different. I've never seen him like this before. It could be part of a cleansing thing he's doing. I don't know. But completely different. Start, bench, cut, Baron Batch, Jacoby, or Justin Stockton. Start, Batch, bench, Stockton, cut, Jacoby, and that's hard. I could be convinced the last two either way, but I'm starting Baron Batch.
I'm going to start Baron Batch because he's also a really good artist and just a very interesting individual. I will bench Jacoby Williams because we haven't seen the entirety of him. We saw all of Justin Stockton, and I think Jacoby has the potential of being more versatile.
That'll do it for us. Bottom line, guys. Coming in next.
This has been the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 107thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.